everything changes.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And as I suspected, the last video about 1099s and the $600 threshold had quite the, impact on a lot of people, got quite a few views. With that said, I got a lot of questions, comments, concerns, messages, emails, and things, people contacting me. They want to keep better track of their numbers. That's great. I've done plenty of videos here, how to use Microsoft Excel, how to use QuickBooks back in the day, and how to use, I think I just heard Keith playing a video game with a loud boss that just went roar and interrupted me. Anyway, sorry. How to use QuickBooks, how to use GoDaddy, how to use Microsoft Excel, and of course, all those in the past, how to use my reseller Genie to track your numbers. So I'm super excited that a lot of you want to track your numbers better. I have a custom spreadsheet I will link below. You can download it for free. All you have to do is put your email in. It'll add you to the email list. If you want to unsubscribe after that, feel free. But I send out a lot of great free stuff and a lot of great content and all that stuff. So stick around on the email list. It's really worth it. I don't spam anyone. I never send more than usually one email in a day, ever. I don't, it's not one of those people that send you 10 emails every day. I won't do that. So anyhow, if you want, I'll do a little demo. Let's go over to my computer. I'll demonstrate how to set up an Excel sheet for free. I'll show you some sample, 100% free. You can just use my Excel sheet. Again, I'll put a free download down there. If you really want to learn how to use my reseller Genie, you can sign up with them. I'll link them below as well. It's a full inventory and accounting program, demo videos there, the whole shebang. Also in my training package, 2022 training package, it includes all of that as well. So all of that will be linked below. At your own pace, whatever you decide to do, a free Excel, my reseller Genie with the discount code. It's totally up to you. But I wanted to do a demo update for 2022 since we are officially a weekend to the new year. So let's go over to my screen. I'll show you how to set up your own accounting tonight that you can set up in 5 minutes or less. And this will get you off and running. And then if you decide to upgrade to something else, please do. Please use my discount codes. It helps me, helps them. The whole thing is great for all of us. It'll help you. It's cheap, it's affordable, and it's worth its weight in gold. Also, if you decide to stick around with the free Excel spreadsheet, just know that you can get it cheap through Microsoft Online, or you can buy it, or you can download it. You can just use mine forever. And if you need a new one for the new year, just duplicate it, clear all your numbers, change the numbers to 2022, 2023, 2024, so on and on and on and on. Okay, let's go over and take a demo, and hopefully this will get your numbers started off the way that you need. Since we're only a week in, it's time to catch up. Okay, so this is going to be my free accounting software Excel sheet for everyone for 2022. You can use this all year long. As we go along, you'll see the tabs at the bottom. You can see I've labeled it January 2022 here, and then I'll create a February, March, April. So you'll have all 12 tabs to use if you download this for free. The formulas will already be done for you. You don't need to mess with them. If for any reason you mess it up, Excel, of course, has back buttons that you can always just use the back button up here, undo, whatever. Or if you choose to create this in Google Sheets on your own, so you can access it anywhere, then you'll just follow the formula. Just click on the formula box and copy and paste what I have in the formula box for yourself. You should be able to do that pretty easy. All right, let's get started. And of course, if you decide to upgrade to my reseller Genie, there will be a link in this video to do that if you don't want to use Excel free sheets. And if you pick up my training package for 2022, all of this is included along with other videos to help you with taxes and deductions and all that good stuff. So that's one of the perks of grabbing the training package. 2021 and 2022 all included for that $49. You'll get the teachable login as well to my entire course. Okay, let's do it. So January 22 down here. We'll go ahead and you can just create the first tab and then hit duplicate. So let me show you how I do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is the date. Okay. And this is going to be the item purchase. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to buy items, right? Now I always put store or vendor. So this is where you bought it from, clearly. And then you want to put your purchase price. It's pretty easy. Okay. Now we want to know what we totaled for purchases. So I always do this first box, like line 2 right here. And I just make a sum. If you don't know what the sum is, then you can, if you don't know any of these things, just look it up on YouTube. But anyway, so I'm going to start right here and I'm just going to sum all the way down. So everything that you've bought, you can just extend it till infinite time. Okay. So we're going to make a sample and we're just going to say you bought this on January 1st, right? New Year's Day. Just for the heck of argument, it might have been closed. I don't know. Item purchased, a Nike green men's extra large polo shirt. Now this sheet is for those of you that want to keep track of your items one by one. If you buy items in bulk, like let's say you went to a store and you bought 100 items, you could certainly fill them all out and give them, let's say you spent $300, give them all a $3 purchase price, like average cost of goods. Or if you prefer and you're more like me, let's say you went to Goodwill and you bought like 14 items and you paid $28. You could put items purchased, 14 shirts or 14 clothing items, and then let's say you bought them the Goodwill Tampa near me. I'll just say wherever you bought them, doesn't matter. And the purchase price for this shirt, let's just say it was $3. But let's say that you went to the store and you bought a bunch of clothes, bunch of shirts, whatever, shorts, shirts, shoes, doesn't matter. And you spent, let's just say you bought 15 of them and you spent $45. They were all $3 a piece, right? Or your average cost was $3. You could fill that all in one line. You could just say 15 items bought, shoes, shirts, mix, Goodwill Tampa, $45, right? And you could add another column over here, average cost of goods. And what you would do there for your formula is you would just you would actually create two lines or three lines, or two columns. You would put the number of items you bought. So you'd put, I bought 15 items. My total here was 45. So then your third one would just be obviously that divided by that would give you your average cost of $3. So if you want to keep track that way, you're welcome to do that. For this, we're just going to, for the sake of argument for the sheet, I'm just going to fill it in as one item, one price. So that's pretty much it. Now, some of you like to go ahead and add a SKU. Once you list the item, let's say you put it in bin 1A or A1 or whatever, a lot of you like to do that. So you can certainly add a SKU line. I'll leave that in there for those of you that like to do that. And then that's pretty much it. That's for your purchases. That's for your inventory purchases. Okay, now here's the important part that we have to remember. Okay, so now we're going to go over and we're going to do a sold price, right? So we're going to, again, do the date, and we're going to do the item sold, and we're going to do a SKU line. You can do the SKU line again. I don't do it again, but item sold. We're going to do the platform, so that's going to be where you sold it, and you're going to do your sold price, of course, right? So let's just say that this item sold really, really quickly, right? Like the next day. And we could put the Nike green polo, right? And so now we know that we sold it. And let's say we sold it on eBay. Pretty easy, right? And let's say we got $25 for that item. Now, again, we want to go ahead and total all of our sales up. Okay. So we have total sold price of $25. And now we can come over here, and what we want to do is we want to put the platform fee. What did the platform charge us? Did we have to buy a shipping label cost, right? So you just do like shipping cost. And obviously if you're on Poshmark, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. Some of the other platforms take care of the labels. If you're on eBay, let's say that you sold this item for $20 plus 5 shipping, right? You sold it for $20 plus the 5 shipping. This sold price is your entire charge. Whatever the customer paid, 100%. The only thing I don't put in here is sales tax. And that's because the platforms are handling it for you. And honestly, it should not be appearing on the 1099 and it should not matter. Okay, so let's say eBay charged us, I don't know, $3. I'm just making these numbers up completely out of thin air, but obviously you would get the real numbers. Okay, and let's say the label cost $3.50. Perfect, right? So again, we want to total these numbers up so we know the total amount of what we've spent on all of this stuff. Whoops. Ignore that. Again, all these formulas will be done for you when you're done. Oh, the label should be $3.50 and the total should be up here. Okay. All right, so there we go. And then we can do the net. Okay, and the net's pretty easy. All you're going to do with the net is just take your sold price minus your platform, minus your shipping costs. Now, if you had a promoted fee or anything of that, you'd include it here in the platform fee as well. Okay, so we pocketed $18.50 on that shirt. That's what we have left in our pocket after we sold it, paid the fees, etc. Now we know we paid $3 for this, right? So this item profited $15.50. $18.50 minus 3, we made $15.50 on this item. And so we would know that this is what we had left in our pocket and this is what we spent. Now what you need to do in order to have a more accurate cost of goods sold, this is what I do, okay? This is cost of goods total, and I add a column for cost of goods sold item. Let me expand these so you can see. And the reason we do this is because we want the cost of goods total is equal to everything you spent on all of your total purchases, right? If we bought another shirt for $2, another one for $4, another one for $5, we spent $14. Now the cost of goods sold, which is over here, right? On that shirt was $3, okay? So when we sell it is when we can deduct it for most of the accounting purposes. If you don't understand that, please do some accounting and CPAs. This item is a cost of goods sold now, right? Okay, so our cost of goods sold is going to be this total over here, plus 0. Okay, so we now know that we can insert one more column, and this is how much we have in inventory remaining. So we have spent cost of goods total. We spent $14. We sold an item that had a cost of goods sold for $3, and we have $11 remaining in inventory. So remember, this one's sold, right? This one's gone. And now we have these 3 items left. That's 5, 4, and 2. That's $11 for whatever these items would be. If we got rid of those, we have no inventory remaining. If that's the only shirt we bought and we paid $3, the cost of goods total was $3. Once it's sold, its cost of goods sold is $3. It leaves us with 0 remaining, right? And that's it. And so the final column is total profit. And of course, we already know that our $18.50 is what we were left with. We paid $3, and our total profit should be not a date; it should be a number. $15.50. There you go. And I'll have all these formulas ready for you. It'll be more crisp and clear and all that. You can color code this bright green so you know what you profited. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the whole kit and caboodle shebang, whatever you want to call it, to track what you bought, how much you spent, and then when it sells, how much you sold it for, what you paid in fees, shipping costs, net cost of goods, and total profit. Now, the other thing you're going to want to add down here, which I'll do, you can do the date, the expense name, the category, and the amount. And so this is going to be for anything that isn't a platform fee or shipping cost or anything like that. So let's say on January 1st, you bought a new thermal printer. You treated yourself to a thermal printer with your Christmas money, and you decided you're going to buy the wireless one, and so you spent $150 on it, right? Again, we want to total this up. And again, this expense has a category, and so there are a lot of different categories. One would be a shipping expense. When you fill out your taxes, you have to know how much did you spend total on shipping. Well, we're going to easily be able to find that, right? Because we have our shipping costs right here. How much did you spend on any platform fees for websites? Well, that's pretty easy. We have that right here, right? How much did you spend on cost of goods sold? Well, again, really easy. We have that. Well, these have their own categories. And so some of the categories, which I've covered and I cover in the training package as well, is equipment or materials or mileage or your internet and cell phone bill, which is deductible, believe it or not, for business portions, meals and entertainment. So this category for a thermal printer is called equipment. So equipment is anything you buy that you keep, anything that you use for at least 1 year or more that you keep and is actual equipment. It's not labels or envelopes or ink. That is stuff that you use up. And even if you don't use up all your envelopes in a year, that is considered material. So if also on that day you had bought a box of 500 envelopes, like poly bags or whatever, right? That's a different one. Let's say you paid, I don't know, $50 for that. Well, the thermal printer is called equipment, and the envelopes are materials. So materials you use up, bubble wrap, envelopes, again, ink, toner, that sort of stuff. Equipment, light kits, thermal printers, computers, they are equipment. Now, let's say you pay your cell phone bill at the beginning of the month, right? Whoa, we are in 2022, Casey. What are you doing? Your cell phone bill. So take this up with a CPA, but this has its own column for cell. I pay for my phone about $100 a month for my cell phone plan. So every month, I go ahead and pay 50 of it towards my business expenses because I use my phone for at least 50% business. Now, I probably use my phone for 90% business, but I'm not going to argue with the IRS. I'm just going to take 50% of it. That's reasonable, it's explainable, and it is acceptable by the IRS. Again, I can't give you legal financial advice, but talk to a CPA. So 50% of my cell phone bill every single month, $50 or $51 or whatever it might be, is exactly how much I claim for that expense for January for my cell phone bill. Okay? And that's pretty much it. This will be the list of everything that you buy that's not normal. This will be all of your platform and shipping costs as you sell items. And this will be every time you buy items for cost of goods sold. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That will cover it and get you going. If you have no other way of tracking numbers, this will get you started. I highly recommend you think about upgrading to my Reseller Genie within a few months. This Excel sheet is 100% free, and you can go to town on it, do what you want to it. My Reseller Genie is $9.99 and $14.99 a month, respectively. They have a regular plan and a pro plan. I have a discount code for that. I'll link below as well, and that will get you even more sales analytics, imports and exports from eBay and Mercari and Poshmark. They are compatible with all platforms that you can manually enter. Just a really great program. And of course, I go into all of that in my training package. So there it is. There's your free accounting spreadsheet. If you need anything else, let me know. Email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com, and I'll leave you guys with this to download and have at it. If you have problems with the sheet or you delete something, just let me know and I'll send you another one. Or you can just download it again, save the link. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, of course. Thanks for downloading the sheet, and I will talk to everyone real soon.